Hello ladies and gents, the leaks just keep coming, don't they? Obi-Wan Kenobi leaks, of course. We're not talking about anything else. What did you think I was talking about, you filthy-minded animals? What we're going to be talking about today is, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like I said, the leaks genuinely just keep coming. I mean, it's good, because it means we can all take a look at these and go, does this look good? No, maybe not. Fascinating, though. Genuinely fascinating. This is one of those series, and Disney on a whole, for a lot of their products, are pretty decent at keeping a lid on stuff. But oh my god, of late, it seems Lucasfilm, obviously a subset of Disney, horrendous with their leaks. I remember The Rise of Skywalker. That was quick, I know, terrible. But they had so many leaks. It was just leaks out the wazoo. Obi-Wan Kenobi, same. Just leaks galore. Mandalorian, though. Season 3's getting some. Mandalorian never had loads and loads and loads of leaks. It's interesting, isn't it? I think if you're looking at, you know, how the shows inevitably do in the long run, how they end up quality-wise versus the amount of leaks that they get, it does correspond to negativity and the end product being a little bit shit. So anyway, these leaks pertain to Darth Vader, and Hayden Christensen. And then also like a Clone Wars flashback. These come to us from makingstarwars.net, which are fantastic for these leaks. And I say that because everything that they've leaked thus far has been confirmed, courtesy of interviews, Entertainment Weekly exclusives, and the trailer. So I will report on these as if they are fact. Obviously still saying that they're rumour at this point in time and could be wrong. But I bet you they're not. I bet you they're not. I'll bet you 100,000 particles of dust. So anyway, let's take a look, ladies and gents. Here we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi exclusive, The Broken Mask of Darth Vader. Will they or won't they? Let's take a look, shall we, ladies and gents? As I've been reporting on all of these leaks, please do hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more. Yes, sure, you could head on over to makingstarwars.net, and I encourage you to. But you know what makingstarwars.net doesn't have? Me. No. So you could just watch me instead. But anyway, yeah, no, please, all jokes aside, please do hit subscribe. And also, ladies and gents, if you want to support the channel, we've got Patreon open, we've got memberships. Memberships are a fantastic way of getting benefits as well as supporting me and what I do here. And not only that, I've got a second channel. You might like it. Loads of content twice a week, Monday, Friday. Check it out. It's in the description box. If you like cars and me, which probably you might a little bit, you might like it. Anyway, one of the coolest things that happens in Darth Vader stories is Darth Vader's mask cracks open, showing us a fragment of the hero turned monster behind it. Now we did see this before in a really powerful canon story sequence on screen with Star Wars Rebels, Twilight of the Apprentice, and in that story Darth Vader and Ahsoka finally meet, but in live action, we haven't seen it, right? The only other time we have sort of seen it, but we never actually saw Anakin's face, was, of course, when Luke Skywalker faced off against Darth Vader in the little, you know, dark side of the Force place in Yoda's swamp on Dagobah. You sort of see it. That's obviously what spawned all of these images, because, of course, that's where it came from. Cut the head off. Crack open the helmet, boom, what's the face there? Is it me or is it Darth Vader? But that's what spawned it. That's where that comes from. Now, obviously, will they or won't they? So in the chat on the makingstarwars.net show, or Making Star Wars show, sorry, I'm continually asked if we will see Darth Vader's mask busted open by Obi-Wan Kenobi during their duels. According to makingstarwars.net sources, who showed them the Inquisitor lightsabers and tons of interesting props from the series, I can answer the question with an emphatic yes. So yes, Darth Vader's face will be shown, or at least Anakin Skywalker's face will be shown. Now, Darth Vader will have his mask broken in the limited series by everyone's favourite, hello there, saying Jedi. Anakin will look at Obi-Wan with his own eye one last time. So one eye. Now, their sources did not give them the details about how the mask is cracked open during the fight, showing us the face of Anakin beneath it, but the sources working on the production did confirm they worked pretty hard on the mask itself and getting it right. It took a few passes on the prototype to show just the right amount of Hayden Christensen's face, while still embodying the iconography of Darth Vader. Now, this is interesting because we were said to be seeing him in a Bacta tank, but I guess obviously they do want to show him as Darth Vader as well, and that sort of combined imagery. Now, the article further notes, they know with Hayden Christensen back, it seems like it's a given they would do this Anakin face reveal to Obi-Wan so we can experience his reaction, which makes a lot of sense. However, things do not always go as expected, so I'm glad to be able to address the moment as actually happening. Now, they do say some other bits and pieces, which is quite interesting, so I think it will play extra well after the flashback, which I've got in a moment. We'll see that un momento. There is going to be a flashback to Clone Wars era. Anyway, so the strong story work, right? So the last few years has been a bumpy ride in the Kenobi production, but it does seem like the wait will be worth it. All the buzz seems to point towards hitting the checkboxes fans want, but with effort to make it sense and play in a smart way beyond wouldn't it be cool if type of ideas. A lot of this does sound wouldn't it be cool if, so we'll see. Now, here we go. Here's this flashback business, right? Clone Wars flashback. So one of the most exciting elements of the announcement of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi is the return of Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. If you're Star Wars The Clone Wars fan like he is, your hopes began to rise a little. We will see the Clone Wars in live action somehow. Obviously, the Clone Wars is a pretty big part of the Star Wars universe. Now, it's pretty obvious that they did not get Hayden back unless they planned to show his face somehow. We've already heard that they'll crack open the face, so we know that. And then also, we will get Darth Vader in his Bacta tank, but we had that in Rogue One, a Star Wars story with no Hayden. So, assuming we'll see Hayden Christensen in the Bacta tank as well. I fucking will hope so. So, with the series, we can make sure some pretty educated assumptions as to why they would bring back the Anakin actor to play Darth Vader. So training for round 2, here we go. So the first fight with Darth Vader does not go so well for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Right? He has to fall back, regroup, and reorganize his thoughts. Darth Vader is an unstoppable beast in this story, and it is not going to be beneficial for Kenobi to just match him on intensity. So there's 2 fights, which I've covered in the past anyway. He loses the first one, and then he goes, he doesn't lose. I mean, he sort of does, but he sort of doesn't. Obviously, if he lost, he'd be dead. But you know what I mean. Obi-Wan looks inward for the answers to stopping Darth Vader. And that is when the flashback to Anakin really takes center stage. So this will probably be like half the episode, I'd imagine. Now, they estimate that this is to most likely happen around the 5th chapter of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. I cannot concretely say how many small flashbacks we will get, but I can tell you this is the main flashback sequence of the series. Good that they're not going balls to the wall flashbacking, because that'd be terrible. The gist of the sequence is a 19-year-old Anakin Skywalker with Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Jedi Temple. The word is Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor are de-aged in those sequences, so they better have spent some money on that, because that'd be awful otherwise. This flashback is probably just after Attack of the Clones. The Jedi and Padawan are in training dojo, and Obi-Wan is instructing Anakin on saber techniques. The duo have their lightsabers out, and they are sparring. We see them fighting, but as friends. The 2 trash talk and point out one another's weaknesses as swordsmen. While being flashy and dueling, the sequence is light-hearted and fun, and it harkens back to a better time, but in that memory there is crucial data, i.e. his weaknesses. So the sequence is ultimately very smart. It's more than just fan service, it serves the story. The memory is Obi-Wan understanding what Anakin understood about Obi-Wan's technique. Obi-Wan is able to figure out what he needs to do to stop Darth Vader and what Darth Vader will probably try to do to him. I was but the learner, now I am the master, has a different meaning when we consider the context of the fight in the limited series. It seems like Darth Vader understands why he lost that battle by the time episode 4... Oh god, it sounds horrible to say episode 4, but it is. Anyway, when A New Hope is released. So the irony is Darth Vader probably obsessed about how to beat Kenobi after the limited series, but Kenobi had moved beyond it. He had Qui-Gon Jinn's abilities and a hopeless Sith could never learn. So before any of what Darth Vader probably had planned was put into execution, Kenobi vanished into thin air on the Death Star. Now, he does know, I cannot confirm or deny Kenobi and Skywalker actually wear Clone Wars armor. The fact they're in the Jedi Temple Dojo makes me think it's unlikely. So there you go. There is a flashback to Clone Wars. A little bit more of an understanding. The leaks just keep coming. Do you think, ladies and gents, do you think this is good news or bad news? Let me know. Love to hear it. Drop it down below. A lot of this stuff sounds okay, you know, like I am cautiously optimistic about this show. I still don't know whether this is going to be any good. I mean, none of us know whether this is going to be any good. You know, Disney has a pretty tragic track record for Star Wars at this point in time, especially just spaffing money up the wall. Who cares about Cassian Andor? Like, why'd you spend money on that, you idiots? Pour the money into this. This would have been much better, but you know, who cares? I guess. But the point is, what I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, they don't have a great track record. So loads of people, you know, when you critique this, loads of people come out the woodwork and go, no, you're just hating, baby. Shut up. They don't have a good track record. Sure, you might jerk your Jimmy off to Star Wars every single night and you must love Rey. Sure, who cares? The fact is, they don't have a great track record. So it'll be interesting to see how this comes together, because a lot of this stuff can go either way, right? Like, a lot of this stuff on paper sounds all right. But then, you know, playing devil's advocate a little bit on the negative, we have KK involved and not the best track record behind all of this. But never mind. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Give the video a like and a share. Thanks so much though, ladies and gents. Have a great Sunday. Take care. Hello, ladies and gents. The leaks. Fucking hell.